So, Greenleaf. Okay, Greenleaf. I first of all, because I am working now, I do my best to catch up on the episodes of my favorite TV shows. Some like Married to Medicine, and then you have Greenleaf. And yeah, here's the thing. I'm only gonna do this one discussion, and this for season 10, which was the season finale rather of Greenleaf, and I didn't even know it snuck up so fast. I didn't even know we were already at the season finale. But anyway, what I have been waiting on the entire time with this season of Greenleaf, ever since the first two episodes that we saw Noah, I was waiting on Noah's return. The last time we saw Noah, he was like in episode 2 saying that he was going to be on his way to meet his son. So he's going to be on his way to Grace. But I'm like, where is Noah at? Is Noah like, is he out of space? Because I don't even think it takes that long when you're not on the continent. Like all 10 episodes, Noah, really? We never see Noah come back, and now AJ is in this big mess. Um, and we never saw Noah. So that had me confused for the entire season. Yeah, there's more other things going on. You got Charity and Demise, Field Demise, and then you have the church and Bob Whitmore. You have the Greenleafs trying to get the church back. You got all these things going on, but the biggest thing for me that just happened to take my attention was this situation with Grace's son, who was adopted by another family because she had her son very young, as a teen. And, she procreated this child with Noah. And I'm just trying to figure out, okay, Grace is sitting up here trying to handle this situation with her son AJ all alone. Meanwhile, we know that Noah said he was going to be on his way, but Noah never shows up for the rest of the season. Now, I don't know what that is all about. I don't know if they wrote the character out. I'm not sure what is going on, but we never see Noah come back unless on a certain episode I fell asleep or something. Other than that, I don't remember ever seeing Noah. So that was the biggest thing for me this season. Like, I couldn't believe when I found out that episode 10 was the season's finale. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe we were already on the season finale because I was still sitting here waiting for Noah to come to the rescue of his and Grace's son. I am still confused even to this moment. But anyway, moving on from that situation, I was very sad for Charity, but at the same time, very upset with Charity that she chose her. For one, I empathize with Charity. Unfortunately, I've been that naive as Charity when it comes to men. So I feel bad for Charity. It's like, come on now, give Charity a win. But at the same time, Charity has to grow. Her character has to grow. The character of Charity has to grow. And we can see that Charity is not taking time for herself to heal from the things that she's been going through. And she's also feeling like she's living in Grace's shadow. She feels like her mother, Lady May, and her father, they're putting Grace above her and always have. So it's like Charity is she's got a lot of pain, she's got a lot of hurt, she's got a lot of insecurities, and unfortunately when she meets men, they are taking advantage of that. So I would love to see the character take some time out to get some healing and find her own space, find her own path, because it seems like she's walking or she's living in the shadow of Grace, and at least that's what it seems like the character feels. And I believe if she don't heal from that and deal with that issue, she's gonna always be just this broken Charity who's vulnerable to be taken advantage of by anyone in any situation. But I was so upset when Phil Demas sat up there. Okay, he proposed to Charity, and then Charity, instead of waiting until they got married, went against what she believed in and slept with Phil Demas. And again, I can relate to Charity, but anyway. Then Phil Demas turns around and tells her he's going to marry Bob Whitmore's daughter because his hunger for power is greater than it, and for his own seat at the table, I guess, is greater than his love for Charity. If that isn't a pain that is just all too familiar. I was just like, wow, that it really is terrible. And he retracted his engagement, and it just broke Charity apart, because not only is she dealing with the personal embarrassment, but she also has to deal with the familial embarrassment because of the fact that she turned on her family, not just for her own hurt and pain that she felt towards her family, but then for Phil DeMars' gain. And everyone tried to warn her, including her mother, Lady May, tried to warn her that Phil DeMars was using her. But of course, love, her kind of love anyway, was blind, which it really, you know, it really was just a broken person attracting another broken person, because Phil DeMoss is definitely a broken person. He is up under Bob Whitmore, and as we've learned, he's been up under Bob Whitmore for years. And we can tell he really doesn't even want to be with this woman, Bob Whitmore's daughter, but he's just doing whatever he needs to do for his career. And I don't really feel like him and Charity was any different. I just feel like he connected with Charity on a level more than he would have connected with Bob Whitmore's daughter. But I still believe that even with Charity, he has something to gain there still. So I don't feel like, their relationship was that genuine either. I feel like they were just two broken people that had a lot of brokenness in common. So that really, was terrible. And then you have the Lady May situation where she was stabbed in the back by Bob Whitmore after Bishop Greenleaf told her not to even entertain Bob Whitmore's proposal for, running the church and getting the churches to, the congregation to come together, the black and the white, or Caucasian and, black and whatever, to mix in together. Bishop Greenleaf was against that. He did not want Lady May to do that, but Lady May thought she was making the right move by, following along what Bob Whitmore had planned, because she thought it was a way to get the church back. But she quickly learned that Bob Whitmore is truly a snake in the grass, as Bishop Greenleaf was trying to warn her. And she learned this because Phil DeMoss came over and let her know that Bob Whitmore was going to give her a call, retracting that offer. And sure enough, Bob Whitmore did, because he gave it to Phil DeMoss, because he basically told Phil DeMoss, if you marry my daughter, which we don't see him actually say this, but we learn that's pretty much what happened. He had a demand. His demand was that Phil DeMoss marry his brokenhearted daughter, and he'll give him his church. He'll give him back, his church and ministry. So that took away Lady May's position. So there was so much in here, but that was like the highlight. Another highlight of this season was Carissa, Jacob's wife, having an affair. I was like, whoa, wait, when? I never thought it would have gotten to that point, but she had an affair with this one dude, Fernando, who was helping her learn more about the Greenleaf property, because it looks like Carissa is up to no good, trying to take over the property or whatever she's trying to do, cash in. Carissa sees dollar signs like it's nothing. Carissa is the original hypergamous woman. I would just like to say that, but I don't know, because messing with Jacob, and he barely can keep a career going, and not to mention he's a cheater. Listen, so anyway, she did come out and admit to Jacob that she'd had an affair and that she caught an STD. And Jacob was so furious with her, which I felt was very hypocritical, but it definitely goes to show that the saying is true, that if a man cheats, women are expected to stay and basically feel like that's normal and natural. But if a woman cheats, a man will just let her go, drop her like a hot potato. So yeah, Jacob definitely wants a divorce and tried to kick Carissa out, but Carissa's like, no, I got some evidence that shows that your father and your mother stole this land and killed the person that actually did own it. So the whole thing ended it was very fascinating to the way it ended. And there's other things that are going on, but like I said, these particular storylines were like the main things that I thought were really noticeable this season. I'm just at a loss. I'm at a loss because I'm like, where is Noah? AJ needs you. And AJ, I gotta wonder, what is going on with AJ? What is going on with these? He just got out of jail, prison. Grace helped with that situation, but Then he ends up stealing, allegedly, okay, some prescription pills. And it's like, did he do it? Did he not do it? He's not really being clear on whether or not he's guilty. Then he's kind of being subliminal, but then he's being, we see he has them. So what is really going on? And he's not really saying. So it's just too much confusion with that storyline, but yet that's the storyline that I'm most enthralled with. So I will say that I am looking forward to when it does return, just so I can get some answers on that. And I just need to know, is Noah coming back or not? He is that baby's pappy, okay? So that is it. You all let me know what you think, or thought rather, of this season of Greenleaf. Peace.